All right. Welcome, everyone, to BiteTerms, the show where we take, well, kind of complicated, sometimes confusing ideas and try to make them as simple as possible.
Bite-sized, you could say.
Exactly. Bite-sized, so you can learn something new in, just a few minutes.
Perfect for those with, shall we say, shorter attention spans.
Exactly. Like, if you only have 5 minutes, you can still learn something really smart, right?
That's the goal.
Smart. Let's do it.
So today we are tackling those, those religious titles that people always seem to mix up. Like, what's the difference between a pastor and a reverend?
Oh, absolutely. And bishops and ministers and evangelists, too.
Yeah.
Lots of confusion out there.
Exactly. Okay, so let's break it down. First up, pastor. What exactly does a pastor do?
Okay, so think of a pastor as like the leader of a specific church, a congregation.
Okay, so they're kind of hands-on with their community.
Yeah, very much so. They provide spiritual guidance, they preach the sermons.
Right.
They often perform ceremonies like baptisms and weddings. And you mostly find pastors in Protestant churches.
Gotcha. So very community-focused.
Exactly.
Okay, now what about reverend? Because I got to say, that one always trips me up.
Yes. Reverend, that's a good one. So reverend, it's not actually a specific job title.
It's not.
No, it's more of a title of respect.
Okay.
Like, like Mr. or Mins.
Oh, I see.
You use it to address different clergy members. It could be a pastor, a minister, even a priest. It just shows you respect their position.
Respect is nice.
Okay, so then what about minister? Is that like a more general term?
You could say that, yeah. Minister is a broader term that can refer to anyone who performs religious services.
Okay.
So you might see it used in Protestant churches, non-denominational churches, and others. It's less specific than pastor.
Got it. So it's more inclusive. Okay. Now, evangelist. When I hear that, I always picture like someone on a mission,
Exactly. They are definitely on a mission, and that mission is spreading their faith and converting people.
Right.
So evangelists often travel and preach to large crowds. They're very passionate about their faith and about sharing it with others.
They're the messengers.
Yeah, you could call them that, passionate messengers.
Okay, that makes sense.
Can I get an amen?
And finally, we have bishop. Now, bishops always seem like they're kind of like at the top of the religious leadership pyramid, right?
Yeah, you're right. Bishops are typically higher ranking. They oversee multiple churches or a geographic area, a diocese. You see them in hierarchical denominations like Catholicism, Anglicanism, and some Protestant branches. They're often responsible for priests or pastors within their jurisdiction.
So they're like the regional managers, keeping everything running smoothly.
Good analogy.
So fascinating how all these titles sound similar but actually have such distinct meanings.
It is, isn't it? And just like in, say, a company, the way each role plays out can depend a lot on the individual and the specific organization. A pastor in a small rural church might lead very differently than one in a megachurch in a city, for instance.
Right. Of course, context is everything.
Exactly.
Well, wow. I think in just a few minutes, we've actually cleared up a lot of confusion about those religious titles.
I think we did pretty well.
Amazing. So that wraps up our very first episode of BiteTerms. Hopefully you learned something new today, and you'll join us next time when we'll take a bite out of another topic that might seem confusing at first. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, everyone. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.